dinlenmeleri yaklaşık 38 saniye sonra başlıyor. The bronze medal contest for women under 63 kilograms. İlk karşılaşmamızda kadınlar 63 kilogramda
2018 Antalya Judo Grand-Prix. Now Antalya is known as the turquoise coast because of its blue waters, and it once again plays host to this great judo event, and it has been magnificent. Day one saw some great judo, with Kosovo having a great first day with 2 gold medals and 1 silver medal, and they topped the medals. But today's another day, and there are 4 more weight categories here up for grabs, and this final session we have on day 2 is all about medal matches. And to introduce our very first one is my co-commentator Sheldon Franco Rooks.
Good afternoon, Neil, and good afternoon to everyone watching at home. The opening contest in the under 63 kilo category, the first of the bronze medal contests, features Janka Pascoalino of Brazil. She's up against Busra Katipoglu of Turkey. It'll be Pascoalino in the white judogi, Katipoglu in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Artur Fando of Belarus.
So this will be a really good one to start off, and we've got more people up in the crowd than we did yesterday because it is Saturday. Sunday we normally get a few more, but great home support here for Katipoglu, and they really want to see a medal from this lady, I can tell you now. She's fighting Pascoalino of Brazil. You can hear the reception she just got on the way out here.
This would be huge if Katipoglu could take this for Turkey. The odds are with her. Not only is she fighting at home, but she's got the better background. It's just a question of whether she can get over the 2 surgeries that she's recovering from. She's fresh back.
Yeah, first competition. She's in the medal match for bronze medal here and on home soil, like Sheldon said. And nice Sianagi. Not quite. Oh, well, he's given a Wazari for it. They might have another look at that. Side has to touch, top half side has to touch, and it did, obviously. He was in a good position there, the referee, wasn't he? So he had a good sighting on it. Sodi Komigoshi opens the account for the Turk.
6 months out, Katipoglu this time round. Look back and just beginning to look threatening. Scraped through a couple of the contests earlier on.
Well, this is left to left, and well, you can see here that Pascoalino there not very happy with that grip. And it's going to be Osoto to Osoto. Change there. She's changed it all over. Yep. She's done it. 2 Wazaris. Wazari Awazeti upon, and that finishes the contest. And it's all over. Turkey have opened up. First match in, and they've got a medal.
There are going to be some tears now, because I know her mum's watching in the venue, and she's been ill recently, the mum. And Katipoglu said before the contest, of course I want to win for Turkey, but I want to win because my mum's here. So Busra Katipoglu of Turkey, an extremely popular winner. Yeah, there's the tears, and there's Dad as well. He's made his way down to the floor. Not quite sure what's happened to security. It doesn't matter, does it, when your dad's there? Look.
Well, big tears. You did say that, didn't you? And you said there's a story behind it, not to go into here, but certainly a lot of emotion down there, and great performance, it really was. Back after injury, Sodi Komigoshi there. That was the first score. And I went on the side and just have another look. Slow motion will show us that her side touches the mat, and it's the top half that touches. This is the second Sodi Komigoshi, no doubt about that one, and she goes over for a second Wazari Awazeti upon, and she finishes in style.
Arms completely wrapped up.
Yeah, she didn't try and use her head, did she, to try and avoid it. It was just about rotation there. So Turkey get a medal. What a good way to start the final block of day 2.
Well, there's another chance for Turkey, another medal opportunity right at the end of this final block. So they kick things off by taking a medal, and they've got one right at the end. That should keep the home fans happy. Well, there's another chance for Brazil to come up with a medal here. This time it's Alexia Castillos. She faces Mia Hermansson of Sweden. It's Castillos in the white judogi, Hermansson in blue. Jean-Jacques Ruska is the medal. Is the referee in the middle for this one. Not sure when he won a medal last.
We'll ask him later. We'll ask him.
Oh, will. You ask him. He's a bit too big for me to be making fun of. Right, there we go. Hermansson steps out.
Well, the Swedes have had a good run of it. They got a chance of 2 gold medals this final session, so they are really having a good second day. Brazilians, they've got a young team out here, but every one of them seems to be in there with a shout of a medal or in the final. So they'll go home with a hatful of medals. They did Georgia last week, and they're doing Antalya this week. Castillos of Brazil is in white here, Hermansson of Sweden, and a nice Uchimata. She's been countered, and that was a Wazari there to Brazil. Castillos there tipped her up, took her right the way over. Uchimata Sakeshi, have a look at the hands, how they drive her onto her back there, and tips the balance. Always looking for the big score, Hermansson. Just has to make sure she doesn't stay there too long, and she's got to tip it again.
What do they say? You learn from your mistakes.
Well, I think she took her over. Did she take her over for a second one? She did. Second mistake. Wasn't quite as decisive as the first one, but it was enough to get another Wazari. And Brazil have another medal. Well, 2 quick matches.
Yeah, over and done with. Alexia Castillos. Having happy times for Brazil.
Well, I said they've got a lot of depth, actually, Brazil. And the thing about Brazil is that they always do their homework when it comes to qualification. They have young teams being sent out. It's always 4 or 5 years in advance to get the young team prepared. Some of the older members of the team are out there as well, so they learn, the youngsters learn from the older members of the team, and it just seems to work for them. They really have got a growing team, haven't they? I mean, this is a young team. We don't know many of them, and yet look at yesterday, under 48 kilograms, and the former Olympic champion, of course, just manages to come back and win a bronze medal. So the youngsters and the old both fighting for 3rd place, but for different reasons.
Coming up next, we've got the final of the under 63 kilo category. Magdalena Kosakova of Austria will face Valentina Kostenko of Russia. It'll be Kosakova in the white judogi, Kostenko in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Raul Camacho of Spain.
Well, we were talking to the coach, or about the coach, the Austrian coach, of course, Marco Spitka, and his enthusiasm and his absolute drive that drives this young team, this Austrian team, forwards.
Intense.
Yeah, very intense. We were talking at dinner about him and how he really is. I mean, he was like that as a fighter. He was quite intense and pretty formidable as well. But we'll see him in a minute when he steps out there.
Well, it's Marko Spitka in the chair for Austria, and it's Zirazudin Magomedov in the chair for Russia. Two former fighters from different eras. Magomedov not that long out of the off the tatami, and his etiquette is just first rate. He stays upright, he bows to the Joseki, everything. Nice guy.
Nice.
Kasakova came in as the number 1 seed this morning, and normally that is a position taken by her teammate Catherine Unterwürzacher, but she's living up to top billing here in the gold medal contest.
Yeah, like you said before, that this will be her second Grand Prix win, won't it? Well, I think it was last year she had a Grand Prix win, but what a reserve. Unterwürzacher will realise that, of course.
Well, you know, the good thing for Kasakova, she's only 24. She's still young.
Yeah, and still growing in stature. So this is going to be a good one. That's going to be a score. Wazari scored there. Same technique. Tipping action for the Uchimata Sakeishi.
It was in Tbilisi last year that she picked up that Grand Prix gold medal. Kostenko now with a job on her hands. There's plenty of time, however. She doesn't have to panic. And when it comes to time, Kostenko is a fighter who can hang around for a long time. She had a lengthy battle in the semi-final with Busra Katapoglu, if you remember, that went to golden score. Came out the winner. Oh.
Well, it was almost the same again, wasn't it, there? Looking for the counter. 4-minute contests here, and it can be decided by either throwing your opponent flat on their back for an ippon, get points for a wazari as well. 2 wazaris make an ippon. There was the score. Same technique as we saw in the first 2 matches. The other ways of winning is holding your opponent for 20 seconds or by arm locking or strangling for a submission. Going for it, Kasakova. Well, now got a little bit quieter. There's Marko Spitka. Kasakova just dominating with the grips, stronger with the grips by the looks of it there. Kostenko having a job with that big right hand coming over. Well, Kostenko will have to do something positive now. She'll have to take the lead on this. Otherwise, the penalties start to add up. 3 penalties, 3 Shido penalties. That wasn't far off a second score there for Kasakova. 3 Shido penalties and it's disqualification. Lose by default. A lot of the number 1 fighters from some of these teams are just preparing for the Continental Championships, which are about to happen. All the Continental Championships happen over the next couple of weeks. European Championships, Pan American Championships.
And the Asians have got theirs inside their Asian Games this year.
Yes, that's an interesting one, isn't it?
Big event.
all part of the Asian Games.
Well, when we had the
schedule.
European Games, we
did the
to get
same.
judo in there in Baku. Yeah, so that was.
And it does make a difference.
Focusing.
Fighting in a Games actually is different than fighting in a Championships. And somebody asked me, how is that possible? But it seems to have a different feel to it completely. And that's why some people perform well at games and other people don't. It's a bit of an odd one.
Single score for Kasakova, and it begins to look as though she's wrapped things up.
Oh, it's going to be it.
Again.
It's it. Ippon scored there. Kasakova wins the gold medal there. That Tanio Toshi, in the end, she was trying to take it back. She actually looked like she was going to do it a little bit earlier, but that time, absolutely no doubt, places her flat on her back. So Marko Spitka will be happy.
Well, that's great news for Kasakova. Just in the lead up to her Continental Championships, 15 on the world ranking list, the IJF world ranking list. She'll push a few places up there, and in that ranking list, they'll take out, for seeding purposes, all of the non-Europeans when she goes to her Continental Championships, so that should push her even further up. She may very well be seeded quite high, depending on how many people are ahead of her on that ranking list. But anyway, for the time being, her concern is the gold medal here, and in a few minutes it will be around her neck. So, job done.
Yes, otherwise, face the wrath of that man.
Can you imagine it?
No. You could see as soon as she stepped out that she had a confidence. Kasakova looking for the same technique each time, and that one there just places her, just turns her nicely, doesn't she, with the hands there. She uses the hands to turn her rotator onto her back. That's the main aim, of course, get them onto the back for the ippon. And the power in which they hit the floor makes a difference as to whether it's ippon or wazari.
Credit to Kostenka, there were 8 seconds left on the clock and she was going for it, realised, I have to. And she didn't just fade. She actually gave it a bit of a go. Gold medal to Austria in the under 63 kilo category. Normally that, as I say, is the preserve of her teammate Catherine Unterweert-Zakabek. As Neil was saying, what a reserve to have, someone that could come in and take the gold medal in the Grand Prix. And it's her second IJF Grand Prix gold medal.
Well, it will be interesting. I think maybe both of them will go to the World Championships. That's my thoughts on that. They haven't got a big team, have they, Austria? But they've got two at this level in the same weight category, so they'll send them both. You're allowed to do that in two of the weight categories.
Coming up next, the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 73 kilo category. Mohamed Mohammadi of Iran faces David Lima of Brazil. It'll be Mohammadi in the white judogi, Lima in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Nedim Bayat of Turkey.
Always an exciting weight category, under 73 kilograms. 73s, 81s for men. Has a slightly different balance. The lighter weights, of course, a little bit nippier, but starts to get a bit more rooted in the middle weights. The power behind the technique changes as well, and then of course it changes yet again as we go into the light heavies and the heavyweights. All fast, all speedy, but different kind of speed and different kind of power. So Mohammadi in white here, Lima of Brazil in blue. Haven't seen too much edge play. If you see the yellow area there, they've got to stay within that yellow area. Anybody drifting out 2 feet will get penalised. Anybody pushing somebody out will get penalised. Basically, you've got to stay within that yellow area and throw your opponent. What a nice drop Seanagi there from Lima. Right the way between the legs this time. So Mohammadi gets a Shido there because he's the one that isn't attacking. Got to attack around about 35 to 40 seconds, and it can be sooner than that. If you're not attacking or you're just blocking somebody out, then you can get a passivity for far sooner.
All of the Iranian team, for me, have been quite open. You know,
Yes.
I haven't seen any overly defensive.
No,
fighters
and
come out there. It's a good
physically,
group.
I mean, as a group, very strong. Oh my goodness me, so physically strong. It's incredible. But like you said, they are pretty open and they're trying to score upon all the time. I mean, we saw the heavyweight match last week in Georgia, and wow, talk about power. Look, the look of power in the heavyweight.
Javad Majoub is
Majoub, yes,
man
Majoub.
Neil is referring to. We're going to get to see him tomorrow.
A little bit
as
later,
well.
yes.
Wazario is the lead for Mohammadi at the halfway point. He's picked up a single Shido. And now Lima joins him on a Shido as well.
One score on the board for Mohammadi. One was Ari. One more was Ari. Oh, that was close. Look at that. So that incredibly big movement that we saw from Mohammadi did get a Wazari. His opponent, his side would have hit the ground. Top, not bottom. Has to be the top half. And he's just looking to get close all the time. I'm just thinking about how I would feel if I was fighting somebody like Mohammadi. I wouldn't like being that close, really, because you do feel the danger when you're that close. I can't understand why the referee's not just telling them to get on with it. Well, they have instructions, the referees, not too much time to adjust dress, otherwise they're doing it all the time. One minute 20 still to go in this bronze medal match in the under 73 kilograms. 4 weight categories today, 2 in the men, 2 in the ladies. Just trying to create a little bit of space there, Lima, just to rotate underneath for the Seanagi, but fighting somebody extremely strong. Well, trying to control the head there, but overreaching a little bit, Lima. 28 seconds to go. He's got to do something here, and certainly Mohammadi has gone into defensive mode. So a second penalty to Mohammadi. One more and he would lose this, even though he's got a score on the board. Well, he's in defensive mode now, isn't he?
Ooh, almost left his arm up there. Slightly inventive from Lima. Well, I don't think Lima was too impressed with Mohammadi's celebration, post-match celebration. He sat on him for a while and Lima wanted to get up. It was a little bit like reminiscent of Mansour Isaev in London, where he sat over his opponent for a while. Although Isaev did look down at him, that was a little bit different. And immediately, as he felt the move from Lima, Mohammadi was up to help him and pull him up. So
Yeah.
I think he got carried away, but it wasn't malicious.
I think sometimes it can be classed as malicious, can't it?
We'll see just what he does at the end here. Yeah, okay. It wasn't too bad. But the protocol that we have in judo is first and foremost respect. And it's impossible to be showing respect to your opponent when you're celebrating. Give a little bit of space, up you get. There's always the celebration, your post-match celebration once you leave the mat. But I'm not going to knock him here. He did a good job, but maybe just got slightly carried away at the end. Neil.
Yeah, I mean it is all about respect, and you take somebody down. I mean he did well with that. Thought that was borderline, but he did get a score for it, and that took him through to the bronze medal. Like Sheldon said, the whole idea of our sport is respect. Yes, celebration, perhaps just a little bit over the top tad, but anyway, good sportsmanship in the end.
Lima on this occasion just has to suck it up, there'll be another chance for him. Right, we've got a second bronze medal. This time it features Nikola Gusic of Montenegro. He's up against Hidayat Hidarov of Azerbaijan. It'll be Gusic in the white judogi, Hidarov in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Vladimir Nutsubidze of Georgia.
I think he's got his work cut out, hasn't he, Gusic here? He really will realise it when he gets hold of Hidarov.
I thought you were talking about Nutsubidze in control of this one.
Probably.
Because he's a handful, Hidarov. Even just refereeing him is tricky, far less fighting him.
Yeah, he comes from different angles, doesn't he? He really does.
20 years old, what an amazing talent. He really is nice to watch. His contest with An Chang Rim was particularly entertaining earlier on, and we'll see An in the upcoming contest. That's the final, but before that, here's the second of the bronze medals.
Hidarov wearing blue here for Azerbaijan. Not sure if he is current. Is he current world junior champion? Probably not current, but he was. And then senior Europeans, and look at this, straight in here, and Gusic there deciding that he's going to take the fight to Hidarov. Hidarov just turned him into the hold then, that was nearly on. So he is still the current, just having a quick look at it there, he's still the current junior world champion. And it was also first place back in 2017, I think it was. Yeah, 2 times junior world champion. A European champion as well. So just having a quick look at his record. Some record. There's the Sodi, that's going to be a Wazari. Beautiful rolling technique that was there. Gusic couldn't stop it. Look at the drive here. Look, driving off that back leg there. Unusual. But the result was the same. I'd be really surprised if this goes time. That's going to be, I think. Now, is he going to get a Wazari for that? Well, that was a close one. Good decision there from the referee. It's kind of half counter as well. That was Kayashiwaza. A series of techniques here from Hyderov coming from different angles. Just halfway. Newaza as well.
Yeah, there are times when Hyderov will just launch like a blitz, 3, 4, 5 attacks in a row, and then he just step back and take a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, he's not been on the greatest form today, but I think that's because he's coming through the event, but training through the event, should I say. But some really superb techniques coming from different angles from Hyderov.
Just had a look at the clock there as well. You know, how calm is he?
Well, you did say, didn't you, that he just has that air about him, just nice, cool, calm and collected, and he is blocking out. So the referee says, no, we need to see a little bit more. It's not over yet.
Into the last 30 odd seconds now. Hyderov doesn't look as though he's that interested in launching anything else. He's had a look at the scoreboard, knows that he's got this in control.
Yeah, absolutely right. He's just ticking along here and just letting the seconds tick away. 24 seconds left of this second bronze medal fight. Sometimes you just got to grind it out. Well, all over. Hyderov gets the medal.
I think that was the only time today when it looked as though he had said, I'm okay with this, I'm not going to do any more.
Yeah, like I say, he had to grind it out a little bit, didn't he? And he just thought, well, I've had enough of this now. Let's get to another day.
He'd won all his contests by Ippon up to this point, I think. And here he just said, well, all right. If Gusic isn't going to do anything, I've come up with a score, that'll do for me.
Day's work for Hyderov.
So a gold medal for the Azeri Hidayat. Sorry, bronze medal. Beg your pardon. There's a third place contest there.
Cool, calm and collected until he does things like this. Beautiful reverse Seanagi there, and he just rotates, pushes off the back leg. Look how he spins through. He knows exactly where he's going with this. Ties it up so hard on the sleeve and the lapel that you can't help but go, and you have to go in the end just to relieve the pressure. Drives off the back legs, puts him onto his back. Good performance in the end from Hyderov. Hyderov just did enough, didn't need any more. Be interesting, won't it? See how he does in the European Championships coming up. Of course, the difference is there, you come up to a major event, you just taper off a little bit, let your body recover. Some of the top ones here that are going to go to the European Championships or some of the bigger continental tournaments, look just a little bit jaded, a bit tired.
We come now to the final of the under 73 kilo category. This one is for the gold medal. An Chang-rim of the Republic of Korea faces Tommy Macias of Sweden. It'll be An in the white judogi, Macias in blue.
Two-time world bronze medalist, An Chang-rim, but he really is the next thing to Ono. He has been for some time, hasn't he? And I think that he's one of the most exciting, explosive players. But Matthias, wow, he's having a great run of it and winning regular medals at these Grand Prix, Grand Slams on the World Tour. And he's just up there every single tournament. I think, though, correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, it might not go that way, but An Chang-rim, I think, his technique lends itself to Matthias, and he's going to have to be very, very careful, Matthias, of the drop Seanagi, the drop shoulder throws.
The referee in the middle for this one is Marius Cebrian of Romania.
Well, Matthias will be wanting to wait for the Seanagi and then take his opponent backwards because he counter-attacks. That was 15 seconds. That 15 seconds for that first Shido. Maybe a little bit too quick, I thought.
They fought once before in Abu Dhabi at the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam in 2015. And Anne came out the winner there.
Yeah, but he was just coming up then, Matthias. Matthias just established himself a little bit more since.
Yes,
oh, he scored it!
And how many times have we looked at that? That is his technique.
Well, I didn't think it was Ippon personally, but I mean, we'll have another look. Surely they're going to just have a look on that, just to see if it was Ippon. I thought it was Ari. Oh, he got it. He got the Ippon. Well, you'd never have guessed that one, would you? Gold medal for Sweden there. That's not the way that you would have expected it to finish. You have a look at the technique in slow motion.
And wants to have a look as well. He's looking back over his shoulder. He's not going to.
He is.
Too late.
Well, he won't be happy with that. And Chang-rim doesn't think that was a full Ippon. It was definite score, absolutely. Well, he did land on his back. I mean, we've released the pressure a little bit on the Ippon, just as long as most of the back hits the ground. I know that the referee supervisors will be having a look at that very carefully.
Sumigaishi, I mean, the thing is, right at the death there, when you want to say, where does it fall down or where does it fail, you actually find it very difficult to say, oh, it's not that or it's not that. You know, he's not on his side here. He doesn't go on his side. And if he's not on his side, there's only one place that he can be, his back.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing that's missing is the name at the top. You can still see his name.
And a little bit of force, maybe.
You know, and a little bit of force. But with Sumigaishi, how much force do we get? You know, bang, hey.
No,
you know.
Okay, we'll accept that. And the referee, good call from the referee. And we'll accept that and not say any more about it.
Yeah.
And Chang-rim just stayed. And this is a great example, isn't it, of coming up. Well, did he come up off the ground? He came up and perfect the rule for Matthias, because he knows that he can just carry on from there. The contest isn't going to stop.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 63 kilo category. medals are being presented by Pat Hickey. The first of the bronze medals goes to Alexia Castillos of Brazil. The second of the bronze medals goes to Busra Katipoglu of Turkey. That's going to get the big cheer, isn't it? Silver medal goes to Valentina Kostenko of Russia. The gold medal goes to Magdalena Kasakova of Austria.
Well, that's what won it for her. There's two Wazari scores there. Well, actually, the first one was a Wazari, second one was the full Ippon, and what a result there for Kasakova of Austria. Well deserved. Medals actually spread all over the world at this competition. Family picture. Gold medal then goes to Kaskova of Austria, silver medal Kostenko of Russia. And the bronze medals go to Castillos of Brazil, and the second one to Katipoglu of Turkey. Very popular medal, that one.
We've got the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 70 kilo category coming up now. Michaela Polares of Austria faces Gulnoza Matinyazova of Uzbekistan. It's Polares in the white judogi, Matinyazova in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Friedrich Anna Maria of Hungary.
So another chance of a medal for Austria. Yep. Get another chance to have a look at Marko Spitka in the coaching chair.
Sole female representative for quite some time now for Uzbekistan at any real level.
We were talking, weren't we, saying that the introduction of mixed teams into the Olympic program now is starting to really increase the programs, the women programs in some of these countries, because they might have a strong men's side, but they haven't had a strong ladies team. They've got to be able to feed. They've got to be able to put out three really strong women as well.
That was what Lasha Gujigiani, the Georgian coach, was saying just a few minutes ago in the back, waxing lyrical about how strong the men's team was, but just bemoaning the fact that, almost there, but that they couldn't get together a women's team. But he said that they were concentrating now on developing women's judo.
Of course.
On the back of needing it.
Oh, yeah, they need it. They really do. Either that or steal the fighters.
Yeah, I think they're looking to develop They're right. I mean, Matinyazova is a good point. You can't really do it.
Oh, massive Uranagi. That's going to be Ippon, surely, isn't it? That was huge. And Polares there, just big Uranagi. She gets the Wazari. She's holding. She'll hold for the 10 seconds. Yeah, quick 10 seconds for the second Wazari. My goodness me, she hit the ground hard there. Matinyazova still recovering.
She got poked in the eye, I think, Polares. And the referee was trying to move the hand of Matinyazova away from the face. That was a bit of a thumping.
It was.
Yeah, best to gather herself here. Matinyazova, after that kind of landing.
It was a heavy old landing, wasn't it, there? You can see it. It really came from a great height.
She's not 100%. She's got to get over there.
Yeah, somebody needs to go out and just catch up. It was an attempt at a throw, obviously, that got countered, and the rolling action of the technique given just the Wazari there. Huge technique there for the Uranagi. Followed through with the hold down.
This is a better angle here to see what happens with the right hand. I just want to see where her right hand goes. Matinyazova, straight to the face there, and it actually catches Polares in the eye.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's deliberate, because she's almost knocked out as she hits here. I think it's just a reaction.
Well, that was a really good decision as well with the Wazari, but I think you're right. I don't think so. I think she just was a little bit desperate there, wanted to get out.
She's still looking up the referee. It's not that initial kind of, I'm going to push you in the face. I don't think that was deliberate. Anyway, it is a bronze medal to Michaela Polares. What a time the Austrians are having, eh?
Yeah, great. 2 medals, and very, very quickly as well.
And Sabzi yesterday.
Yeah.
Filzmerzer, then he was a specialist. Right, we come to the second bronze medal contest in the under 70 kilo category. Sally Conway of Great Britain faces Gershak Sabina of Hungary. It's Conway in the white judogi, Gershak in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Roland Heuger of Austria.
Well, ready to go and ready to officiate on this match here. I think both these fighters have got something to prove here. Sally Conway beaten on the ground in the semi-final match against Stepancic, who's in the final for Canada. Don't very often see her beaten on the ground because she likes to win on the ground herself. So Sally Conway in white, Gershak of Hungary in blue. Straight away, left Seanagi from Conway. Now Ashiwaza, and this is where she likes to be. So straight onto the arm here, Sally Conway tries for the turn. Can she get the leg out? She'll change the direction of the hold down in a second. She's waiting for the mate. So that was, well, good defense from Gershak.
Yeah, I think it was really deep, you know. She had the leg wrapped up, and Conway felt that, thought, okay, I may get another chance, but this one is not coming out, so.
Well, the crowd enjoying this whole event. Well, penalty incurred there from Conway. I'm not quite sure what that was for. It might be a gripping infringement. Certain things you can't do with the grips. It's got to be positive gripping. You've got to be gripping up to throw. So now Gersak stuck on the edge. Ooh. Oh, my goodness me. Ashiwaza there. Conway goes over for a Wazari.
Terrific reaction from Gersak. She came under attack first and then came up with a lovely counter. Nice footwork.
Yeah, I can't help feeling that Sally Conway, just a little bit of confidence knocked here from that first contest that she lost in Newaza, semi-final. She's really got to dig in here and turn this around. Very capable of doing so. World and Olympic medalist. Tries the Kouchi again. She went again for it. A little bit more hands this time, trying to readjust the balance line.
Neil and I both turned to one another and looked like surprised. Why would you go there again? You know,
yeah,
you've just been caught.
She obviously made a mistake with it.
Just so risky. Just a little bit overly defensive with the grips there, Gersak. She picks up a penalty now, but at the halfway point she leads by Wazari.
Kate Howie, former world champion, Olympic silver medalist, in the chair for the UK. So a little something, a little bit of blood needs to be readdressed, and so they send them off to the doctor. The doctor doesn't come onto the tatami, doesn't come into the middle of the mat. It was Kouchi Gary and countered by a strong Ashiwaza there that took her down onto her side for the Wazari. So off they go again. Oh, she's going to get it back. Wazari back. Took the,
Good work not to lose contact. She stayed there with the feet as Gersak was trying to fight her off. Eventually got past the feet, and now she's got a chance on the ground.
Yeah, no, it was excellent.
She's got the hand as well, sorry.
She's going to go for the juji here, I think.
Yeah, right leg got tied up. But that was good work. Never lost contact with her opponent and followed her right down and onto the ground.
Yeah, considering she did overstretch, that's the side she actually got caught on, so did well to readjust it. She's Kouchi again. She does favour the Kouchi that she got caught with there, but she has to make sure that strong hands when she's doing it.
Looks as though either Gersak reacts well, or she knows her really well and is waiting for it. It looks to me as if she's
waiting for it, that's for sure. 1 minute to go. On the sleeve, pinning the sleeve down, and again with the Kouchi there, just plugging away with it all the time there, Conway. It's going to be a second one, isn't it, there for Gersak? Second penalty coming up.
Didn't like the close contact, and she just bailed from that, and she'll pick up a penalty for dropping force attack.
Yeah, Gersak says, okay, let's get on with it.
Yeah, I'm not sticking around for the penalty. I'll just take it and move on.
Well, again, just plugging away with the Kouchi. She's going to look for the Newaza again here. It's going to go into golden score probably. We're not going to have enough time for this, Judy. Oh, we might.
Yeah,
oh, yes, we
just
do.
in there.
Oh, well, look at that. 1 second on the clock there, Sheldon. And we do have enough time for it. So I apologise there, Sally. Well done. That was a brilliant performance there. Good Newaza. She'll be happy with that because she had to dig in to pull that back, didn't she?
And this time it was Conway getting control of the head. She managed to get the leg up towards the head, push Gershak down, free the arm up, all within 3 or 4 seconds as they went to ground. I didn't think there was going to be enough time there, to be honest, because the clock was ticking away pretty quickly, and it was, they had 1 second left on the clock when the Ippon came.
Bit of a shock with the first score against her, but she really did readjust everything, pulled it back.
Yeah, that's a good win because Gershak is a tricky competitor to get past. Got good throwing skills, quite tenacious, but on this occasion, Conway was able to come up with the win. She's just going to sit up here, brings the right leg up. There you go.
The interesting thing here is that the throw started inside, it went outside here, referee then allows the follow through to Newaza. Great decision.
Yeah, they come back in.
And then they come back in.
Excellent.
And
excellent.
so really, that was nice to see. And you can see that by letting the contest continue, we end with an Ippon and not a mate.
Good work from Roland Poiger. Coming up next, the final of the under 70 kilo category. Anna Bernholm of Sweden faces Kalita Zupancic of Canada. It'll be Bernholm in the white judogi, Zupancic in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Yevgeny Raklin of Russia.
Well, Zupancic has really had a great day. I mean, she really has been on blistering form for Canada, but so has Anna Bernholm, and she's blasted her way through. I think she had 2 Ippons straight away, didn't she? She had a Wazari win then in the semi-final, and straight the way through here to fight Zupancic of Canada. So should be a good match this, and she'll want to stay off the ground, I would think, Bernholm.
Yeah, Kalita Zupancic has a reputation for good Newaza. She's developed that from the amount of time that she spent training in Japan. And really honed her Newaza skills.
Straight away into sort of Makikomi there. And Bernholm wants to have a little go down there, so looking for the Sangaku as well. She really has been on good form all day, she really has. Already 1 gold medal, Sweden.
They could end up with a second here.
Got her head down now, needs to attack out of it.
Bernholm picks up the penalty for just being a little bit loose with the area there, stepping out.
Yeah, she got caught on the edge. Might as well just turn a metre in.
Again, head down, not where she wants to be. Wasn't the best position for that Sumigashi, and she's just got to be careful. Neil was already pointing out the fact that Zupancic has got some prowess on the ground. He's working away at securing this, but then I'm just managing to turn onto her front.
Almost there, wasn't it? That looked a little bit...
Yoko Shiogutami was shaping up,
well,
wasn't
the way
it?
she was going into that looked a little bit familiar there. Travis Stevens, of course. Special technique. And I would think that Zupancic's Newaza improving because of that, because of Travis, but it's... that little pass almost worked, and there that Soda Makikomi almost worked as well there. Burholm on top though, just over halfway in this match. So left to left, they're both lefties. Don't know if that makes it easier or not. I think lefties would probably prefer to fight opposites. So Burholm now goes in, trying to get the score. One score on the board could possibly win this.
Well, there's a little over a minute left to go, and once it gets to about 40 seconds, then I tend to agree with you. After that, it gets very, very difficult to pull the score back.
Doing a good job with the Swedish team.
Just a single Shido against Bernholm. Nothing to really worry about at this stage. You won't want to pick up a second.
Well, just plugging away at that Osoto, isn't she, Burholm? I think she really believes it. You can see that she really believes. When she was 63 kilograms, I never saw her this determined, ever. And she really believes that she can win at this higher weight. Second penalty given, and that goes to Zupancic.
She's never looked as good. That move up to 70 kilos was a really good thing for her. Over the back again, needs to attack right away, but it's Zupancic who puts the attack in first.
Well, Burholm certainly has been giving as good as she's been getting. It's just all evens for me. It's absolutely even. Just about dig in now. Let's dig in and see who can pull a score off. Into golden score, and almost, it was very close. Just manages to turn out Burholm. Well, it looks a little bit scrappy at times. .42 seconds into golden score. Any Shido? Well, in fact, you need 3 Shidos to finish it, but any score will do it straight away. 3 Shidos, of course, will end in disqualification.
Just need to keep up with the pace here. Bernholm. Too late. Just picked up a second penalty for passivity. Just had the feeling that that was on its way. There's the Sumigaeshi.
Wow, that was so close, wasn't it? It really was. Just manages to turn out there. Stepancic breathes again, and she's almost, is she in the hold? Or
Lucky
she
to
was
get
there.
out. 7 seconds. Well,
Just needed 10 seconds there to get a Wazari score, and it would have been all over. Still got a fight on now.
well, it'd be quite something if, having come so close to losing, then who can come up with a score? Pancic, 3 seconds away from a score on the ground.
Well, that was a little bit of a flop and a drop there from Stepancic, and she's got to make sure that she does good techniques.
She's picked up a penalty for that. Both have been penalised twice now. So we come to that point that Neil was talking about. A third penalty will be Hans Sokumaka. There's a good effort from Bernholm.
Yeah, we can actually say it now. Any score now,
Yeah.
whether it's a penalty against or whatever,
Oh,
might just do it. She's going to
Yes.
get it. Oh, Bernholm gets it. Juji Gatami there, and Stepancic didn't have anything left, did she?
got drained.
What a performance from Bernholm. Bernholm there, almost Ippon all the way through the day. He really was, including the final. Incredible.
A first ever Grand Prix gold medal. She's won a Grand Slam before, but it's her first Grand Prix gold medal. 4 bronze, a silver, and now a gold. She's actually won a Grand Slam already.
Great performance, and Bernholm looking stronger and stronger in this new weight category of hers.
Okay, Neil.
She does.
Right, a gold medal in the under 70 kilo category. And Kalita Zupancic has to settle for silver. We've got the awarding ceremony coming up shortly for the men in the under 73 kilos. Stay with us.
Juji Gatami was what finished it in the end. Just a little bit too lax, wasn't she, as she was getting up there, and the arm was out straight already. Looked like she was going to be able to stand up, just lost her balance there, fell back into the Juji Gatami, and in the end she had to submit. Bernholm hunting for the arm there. She says, let me have that. She just kind of fell into it in the end.
In her 28th appearance in an IJF Grand Prix, Bernholm cracks it and takes gold. Right, let's go down and have a look at the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 73 kilo category. The medals are being presented by IJF Sport Director Mr. Daniel Laskow. The first of the bronze medals goes to Hidayet Hidarov of Azerbaijan, and there's a bronze medal too for Mohammed Mohammadi of Iran. Silver medal goes to An Chang-rim of the Republic of Korea. The gold medal goes to Tommy Macias of Sweden. It's appropriate that Daniel Laskow should be presenting that medal because he coached in Sweden for a while.
Yes, of course he did, didn't he? 2 gold medals for Sweden.
I wonder if that was in the thinking when they said who the medal presenters were going to be.
I'm not sure, but he'll be happy about that. Matthias was, well, what a great performance, really, wasn't it? That throw that he did, actually, just off the floor, but took him up flat on his back in the end.
And now the national anthem of Sweden. Right, the awarding party photograph. And then we'll have a photograph with the winning quartet. After that, we'll be back with the last of the weight categories. That'll be the under 81 kilo category. Hidarov and Mohammadi were the bronze medalists. Anne took the silver. But Tommy Macias of Sweden walks away with the gold medal. Right, coming up next will be the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 81 kilo category. Dorin Gotanoaga of Moldova faces Shukrob Tursunov of Uzbekistan. It'll be Gotanoaga in the white judogi, Tursunov in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Veli-Matti Karinkanta of Finland. Here's Neil.
Well, just looking at the world rankings there of these two fighters, Gotanoaga there with 51, and you'd think, well, he's been there, he's done a couple to get points like that. He must be doing European circuit. Tursunov of Uzbekistan there, 368 on the world rankings then, so he's here for a first time ever, and that's guaranteed. But still fighting for a third place, the under 81 kilos category here in Ekaterinburg. So I really can't give you a favourite here. We'll see how it all starts and all kicks off. Gotanoaga, Moldavia in white, Tursunov of Uzbekistan in blue. One thing's absolutely guaranteed, their world rankings will go up after this. Certainly Tursunov. Big points, and then the qualification 2 years prior to the Olympics all begins. All points mean
Prizes.
a lot. Yeah, they mean prizes. They do mean prizes. Yeah, the prize, obviously the qualification for the Olympic Games, but also prize for the...
Sorry.
It's all right. Having a hard job with my co-commentator.
Get you under control. Shiro apiece. That was out fairly quickly, wasn't it? Both fighters being penalised.
Yeah, penalised for not attacking. So neither one of them really trying to grip up. There's a difference between positive and negative gripping. Neither one wants to take a chance here. Well, now we have the situation that, like you say, within 1 minute here, we have one possibility of a double Hansokomaki. Both can get Hansokomaki. Has happened. I know for a fact that it's happened, that we've had double Hansokomaki in the final of one of the Grand Slams, and didn't go down too well. Neither one has attacked. Well, one has now, hasn't he? And I think it's Gotanoaga there. That's his second attack, and Tursunov still hasn't done anything. You can see there by coach's face that he wants them to do something. That's going to be a Wazari. Wazari scored there. Soda Makakomi. Well, it was, I think it was just a straight Makakomi. Well, no, Soda Makakomi, and down he goes. Wazari didn't land fully on the back for the Ippon. Sianagi this time, Tursunov, nice Sianagi. Shoulder throw from Tursunov, and he breaks the balance of Gotanoaga. He's got to go for it, he's got nothing to lose.
A little over a minute left to go. Gotonoaga will be perfectly happy to spend a bit of time down here now. Just shape as though he's doing something on the ground, but he's not going to con Veli-Matti Karinkanta unless he gets the leg free, and he momentarily.
He did. It was just out, wasn't it? Didn't have the head under control. Yeah. Didn't have the control of the upper part of the body to initiate the hold. I
think it was 15 seconds, a minute 15 when they went to ground. It's 52 now, so it was a nice little bit of time off the clock there, maybe 20 seconds. Looking to go left-sided, maybe with a big Uchimata there, Tursunov, but he just shape and no real attack. And another 10 seconds goes off the clock.
Yeah, he's looking all the time, I think, just for the line in for the Uchimata. 30 seconds now, and you can see Gotonoaga just starting to play different tactics here.
Nakikomi effort at the end didn't look that clever as he bailed out of it. Here comes Tursunov with maybe one last roll of the dice here.
Kosodagari, should I say there. Did he drop in the last second there? Well, I think they're going to let that stand. Just one score on it. Gotonoaga just about gets it. That was a bit fortunate. It really was. He was running away. Well, we're just hearing somebody shouting for a penalty for white. They're right, actually. Yeah.
There's an Uzbek accent to it.
Yeah.
But it is Gotonoaga who, I'm not going to say steals it, but he hangs on. He hangs on, having come up with the single score in that bronze medal contest. Dorin Gotonoaga of Moldavia overcomes Shukrob Tursunov of Uzbekistan, and it's Gotonoaga who comes away with the bronze medal.
So the Nakikomi scores, and that was the Wazari there. Didn't quite get him on the points of his shoulders, otherwise it would have been an ippon. One of the shoulder points not quite touching. So, good score, and that was the decisive score there to win the bronze medal.
Coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contest in the under 81 kilo category. Choknai Laszlo of Hungary faces Tato Grigalashvili of Georgia. It'll be Choknai in the white judogi, Grigalashvili in blue. 30 years old, Choki. 18, Grigalashvili. The referee in the middle for this one is Sławomir Kownacki of Poland.
Well, I was really impressed with Grigalashvili, and I've got to say that he is a real talent, and interested to see how he develops.
He was involved in one of the best fights of the day with Vedat Albayrak. That semi-final was absolutely terrific. That and the Anchang Rim Hidat Hidarov, those were the two really big matches, and Grigalashvili has a chance here at 18 to really do something. Lasha Kujugiani is in the chair for him. He was talking him up early on. when I spoke to him in the warm-up area, and Grigolashvili was just leaning up against the wall, calm as you like. Completely
Is that
calm.
right? Was he?
Totally unaccustomed to this kind of atmosphere.
Pressure.
Yeah. Choki, however, has been here before. It's Chokna in the white judogi, Grigolashvili in blue.
Tries for the counter there, the little twitch, should I say, combination, not counter. And gets a Shido immediately there for just dropping onto his knees. Now he can feel the power there of Grigolashvili, and he looks extremely powerful. Something is definitely going to happen here.
You said earlier on that he reminded you of Untitled Chapter when he burst onto the scene at under 81 kilos. I think you're right. Just something so attacking about him all the time.
And positive, you know, it just pulls the grip in, dominates. That's the second penalty going to go up there for Chokanyai.
And he felt that pressure. He was pushing there with the hand. He wants to keep the hip away from him. He knows that hip's coming across. He doesn't want to be on it. Good effort. Almost caught there.
Yeah, it wasn't far off. A little bit more direction there, and he would have got given the Wazari. It's not a Wazari. There wasn't enough direction.
Choknai ran that risk and almost got caught. So there's the threat, the direct threat from Grigolashvili, and then there's the counter threat that Choknai just felt there. Where does he go, the Hungarian?
He doesn't know what to do with him, actually. Chokanyai just really having problems with the grip, with the kumakata, with the power of the Georgian.
And 2 penalties already with over 2.5 minutes left to go. This is not going the distance. Grigolashvili almost chess-like, trying to work out where the next move is going to come from. Just with one hand. That's just to throw in an attack there. And now Choknai just trying to wrestle him around. Trying to do something.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration from Chokanyai. Like you say, 30 years of age, a lot of experience, fought a lot of people. When you get a youngster there just throwing a big left arm over.
He's not prowling, Grigolashvili, but stalking. That's better. It just looks as though he's stalking Choknai at the moment.
Well, he does. He looks like he's just waiting for that right moment just to put something big in. And the big left arm there, kind of dominating it, just needs to go for it. It's only when you're close up, actually the beard makes him look older, but when you see him close up you see his
boyish
young face. Well, I think Chokanyai was out there. That should be Honsakamaki now.
Done.
It's all done. It's all over. I think he's kind of glad. Tell you the truth.
I hope he's not one of those sort of players who's going to come off and say, well, he didn't throw me.
Yeah, well, maybe. Well, I've never seen him beaten that easily.
Yeah.
It's just, really, he just had he wasn't in the match. He didn't attack once. He was caught 3 times on the edge, stepped outside of the area 3 times, 3 Shidos, which means that he was disqualified.
So, Tato Grigolashvili at 18 takes the bronze medal in this Antalya Grand Prix. We'll have a look at some of the highlights if our team can unearth any, and then we'll be back.
3 step outs, wasn't it?
It's a hard job sometimes, isn't it? Well, I suppose it's a well-used phrase, isn't it? This is the one that they've all been waiting for. But I'm going to use it anyway because this is the one that the crowd has been waiting for. It's Vedat Albayrak of Turkey. He's up against Jack Hatton. It's the final of the under 81 kilo category. And the referee in the middle for this one is Amano Akiko. Neil.
Well, they're starting to kick up, aren't they? The crowd, I think they are waiting for it. And you'd never have written this down as the final, probably, in the under 81 kilos category. It's so contested, but these two have just fought above themselves to get this far. Albayrak of Turkey, wearing white, and Jack Hatton of the United States of America. Albayrak used to fight for Greece, but changed nationalities, and he's now fighting for Turkey. Turkey celebrate him, and here he is.
25 and 27 are the respective ranking positions for Albayrak and Hatton. And prior to fighting for Greece, he'd been a Georgian. So there you go, he's been around the block.
Yeah, I think he fights very much like a Georgian as well. Big arm over the top. He's a big thrower, Albayrak. But Hatton here, in there, just slid around that leg and held Jack Hatton for the 20 seconds required. Determination shows on his face there. He just needed to pin the upper part, didn't he, of the body. Doesn't get much more fundamental and basic than that. So a gold medal for Turkey. They have 3 medals today.
We've got the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 70 kilo category taking place now, and the medals are going to be presented by the IJF competition manager, Dr. Lisa Allen. The bronze medals go first of all to Sally Conway of Great Britain, and to Michaela Polleres of Austria. Silver medal goes to Kalita Zupancic of Canada. Well, the gold medal goes to Anna Bernholm of Sweden. I'm busy writing a story about her tonight. Humble Pie, I think it's going to be called.
He will.
Oh dear.
Sheldon is the one that said, well, I'm not so sure about you going up to the next weight category, but she did decide to do that. Had the best form of her life here, and certainly the last few contests she's looked a proper contender in the 70 kilos category.
Delighted for her. And now, having heard it once and not for many months, it's like a London bus. Here come two, one after the other. It's the national anthem of Sweden. Conway and Polaras were the bronze medal winners. Supancic picked up the silver, but a beaming and very happy Bernholm is the gold medal winner. We're going to have some highlights from today's judo, and then we'll be back with the last of the awarding ceremony, so stay with us. Okay, it looks as though we've got everything ready down at the far end of the competition hall. Let's wander down there and have a look and see who it is that is lined up and ready to collect the medals. Well, the medals are going to be presented by the president of the Turkish Judo Federation, Mr. Cesar Jesus. Used to be a top draw competitor himself at under 73 kilos. Right, the first of the bronze medals goes to Tato Grigolashvili of Georgia. Exciting young prospect, he really is. There's a bronze medal too for Dorin Gotonoaga of Moldova. Silver medal goes to Jack Hatton of the United States of America. Another gold medal goes to Vedat Albayrak of Turkey, and there's a huge cheer up there, as well as you would expect from all the home fans.
Yeah, well, it was certainly a mistake, wasn't it? Jack Hatton just made a mistake there, but credit to Vedat Albayrak of Turkey there. And, well, some great judo again from today's four categories. Sweden winning 2 golds, and Turkey getting gold in the under 81 kilos category. Tomorrow, the last day here in Antalya, with the heavier weights being contested. Just a quick look at the medals as they are now. Kosovo still in the lead, 2 golds, 1 silver. Sweden in second place, 2 golds. Georgia, Russia, Turkey, Austria and Portugal all on 1 gold medal apiece. Well, Sheldon and I will be back at the same time tomorrow, so from both of us, until then, it's goodbye for now.
birimleri devam ediyor olacak. Saat 10.30'da hepinize tekrar görüşmek üzere. Katılımınız için teşekkürler.